a weak grip by definition will hyper rotate the face. Watch.
Oh, okay.
Watch.
Okay.
If I hold the thumb here, watch what the club face does. Now, I didn't do anything to manipulate the club, but watch this. If I rotate the hand this way, now watch the face.
Huh.
See, I'm not doing anything with my hands. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
Just the grip itself rotates the face. So, the weak grip is, you're always trying to figure out how to... Look at the club face at the top, Steve. That's your biggest problem. The toe of the golf club, or the face of the club, is not congruent or parallel to your lead arm angle. This is the angle of your left arm.
So it's supposed to be that way more?
It's supposed to be like that.
The face.
The face. Now watch her. She's the #1 player in the world. Alright, you see the difference? See the congruency?
Yeah, now that you say it.
Yeah. So you got a club face that's there. You got a lead arm that's there. Those two angles are congruent. Now, that's what we call a square club face. Now, when she delivers the golf club from the waist down, she's driving off her back leg, pushing her legs toward the target. Now the club's going to be delivered. There's the club. Notice that the club is directly in line with her hands, parallel to her target line. That's a good delivery. Now your club face is going to be open because it's open at the top, it's open on the takeaway, and you're fighting to get it closed. And when you fight to get it closed, you over-rotate it sometimes. When the timing's good, you're fine. When the timing's bad, it's not going to be good. Now, what else do we notice? Here's a dress. Here's your postural angles. Now, nobody stays perfectly in their angles, but you're standing up. In other words, this box I draw, right? Your pelvis is not going to stay in that box. Your pelvis is moving. You're moving forward. But let's attack the most important part, which is the face. Face is open there, and now you got to play catch up with your hands, and that's when you throw it over the top.
Okay.
So whenever the face is open, you're going to come over the top to try to get it square. Now, what does over the top mean? Your attack is too vertical. Now, what does that mean? That means, notice the delivery of her club head on this lower line. That's a shallow attack angle. That is not, however, what you do. Your club is going to karate chop from the top over that line.
Over which line?
Either one. That club head is not what we would term on plane, because by definition, on plane means the club head has to travel up and down this shaft plane line.
This line.
That's the shaft plane.
Okay.
That's the angle of the shaft established. The upper line is the shoulder line. The club shaft has to bisect or come in between those two lines. Your attack is vertical. You're coming in way too steep. When we look at her club shaft halfway down, notice how the club is well below her left shoulder. See how her left arm's pinned against her chest?
Yeah.
See how the club is
Right
now
arm is
in.
too.
See how that club shaft is inside the plane?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
So I never get inside?
You never get inside. She's coming. Look, the club is traveling from inside the ball,
Yeah.
and then it's going to travel down that corridor. Now, if we can get your hands, if you can make a little bigger shoulder turn and get your hands back there, you're going to hit it good.
Okay. But is that because why will that matter? My club will still be open.
Right.
Okay.
But your path of your club, the shallow
Will be
attack
better.
angle, your plane will be better. So your starting line will be better. When the path of the club, when the direction the club that is traveling is not down the target line, or if it's 10 degrees to the left, That affects the starting line. The ultimate direction the ball goes is based on where the face is pointing. I mean, but the starting line, the path of the club, does. So in the algorithm, face angle is 80%, path is 20%. So the path is the direction the club head is traveling relative to the target line. In your case, your club head's traveling to the left. But the face is more important. That's why I'm fixing your grip.
Okay.
Now, if you start hooking it to the left, you've got to get your body to rotate it at the same speed your arms are swinging. See, if your arms go too fast relative to your body, then the ball is going to go left. So it's a counterintuitive sort of thing. But you can see an impact here. Look how open her body is. So she's moving her lower half pretty fast to get that open at impact.
Yep.
Notice how your head goes up. Her head doesn't move. She's not going to stand up out of her posture here. And this is not going to move forward. Okay. So when you pull up, it's because your pelvis thrusts toward the ball. See how your head, when your pelvis moves forward, your head moves away. Because your lower back and your upper back are connected, right? So if I push forward, I stand up. So
I'm trying to rotate, but I'm not.
well, you're rotating, but you're
Pushing
also
up,
thrusting.
popping up. Yeah.
So your pelvis is moving forward a good 4 inches.
Yeah.
So you're coming forward, which stands the shaft up. So you can see how vertical that shaft is.
Yeah.
So if you look at your impact position relative to your address position,
My ass out.
well, that would be helpful, but it's hard to do that if you've never done it. There's address, there's impact. So we'll work on the grip and get the swing, get a little better turn.
Okay.
Get your trunk to rotate a little bit better.
Okay.
I think that will do a lot.